Welcome to the April 2019 energy update, energy forecast, Ascension energy, however you like to think of it. I'm just tapping into what I'm feeling, what I'm picking up in the collective, in my life, and in the life of those that I work with. And what's coming up, what I'm finding is that it seems like we're kind of in a still time, like a period of stillness. It feels like there's going to be a lot of activity coming up in the next couple of weeks, and that we're kind of going into this little bit of a lull, just kind of like maybe it's finishing off some of the purging that's been going on, because there's been a lot of that going on. So just really, well, we'll see what the cards have to say. But this is what I'm getting, that there is something big coming. Like I've been saying that for the past couple of updates. There are big changes coming up, but there's kind of like this so-called calm before the storm, even though it's not a bad thing. This is like a good thing, right? Something really good coming in, and just sitting in that still space. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. I don't know. Stick around and we'll take a look.
So let's see what cards we get today for this April 2019 reading. So first I'm choosing from the Intuitive Life Coaching deck. I'll show you that. Intuitive Life Coaching. Yep. And let's see what comes about with this card. Okay, we have environment. Clean, clear, and declutter your environment. Okay. Let's see what that wants to tell us in a moment. Alright, check the other cards. Second deck we're going to go for is the angels. Okay, and what came out, I don't even have to shuffle it yet, it just came out, is my purpose. My purpose. Okay. And next I want to get a spirit animal. Okay. So we'll see what spirit animal might speak to us about cleaning, cleaning, and decluttering your environment and life purpose. Oh no, I dropped a bunch. Okay. So there's 4 of them. I only want one. So I'm gonna see which of these we get. And we're getting the Hawk Spirit in reverse. See what that is? Okay. Hawk Spirit in reverse. And then I want to get one clarifying card from the Angel Answers deck. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Ooh, almost fell out. Alright, let's split. Not the right time. Not the right time. Oh my god.
So before I go into each of the cards that I pulled, I just want to introduce myself. Anybody who may not know me, I'm Linda Armstrong. I'm an energy healer and an awakening coach. And here on my channel, I like to talk about all things to do with energy, how to manifest what you want, being aware of your own energy, clearing out the energy that no longer serves you, and building up a whole new energy, a higher vibration that will allow you to step forward into what you want to create in this life, to be able to step forward into your full potential, to create a life that you love. And that's my website, lovemylife.coach. So you can find out more about me there. But now let's get into these cards, because although they seem like they go along with what I was picking up on, there might be some twists to this. So I just want to, I'm actually going to go through each card individually. So you know that first, I'm speeding up that where I pulled all the cards, not to take so much time on just the pulling of the cards. Anyway, the first card, if you saw it flash, is environment, right? So for environment, I'll read it from the book, and then I think I can, I know how it pertains to what I'm feeling. So let's just see, what it says in here. So it says, now is a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. Your environment is an outer reflection of what's going on inside of you. Very true. Take time to clear, clean, and declutter and spruce up your environment. Okay, I know I've been doing that kind of thing. Maybe you have too. You can use pleasant aromas such as essential oils to bring out and bring out anything that makes you happy. Like, so make this clearing out more of like a celebration, right? Letting go of the old, sprucing up, bringing in the new. And again, it's a perfect time for that, right? Because it's spring. So it says to call on your angels and guides to clear the energy of your environment. Now is a good time to move furniture, hang up new paintings. Your soul is softly whispering to you at this time for a change within your environment. So this could be a change that represents moving even to a new home, maybe even switching to a new job. As you take care of your physical world, you're creating space for your inner world. That's really true, because when you have so much pulling your attention out, like when you clear your environment and you make everything really pleasing and very organized, it makes it easier to just feel and go within and hear the guidance that's coming to you, because it's like you're clearing out the clutter, right? So it says a simple act of taking care of or changing your environment will help you to make bigger changes in the near future. So that makes sense, because really it does feel like something's coming in, something, some big change, you know? I mean, there's been a lot of clearing going on within the earth itself, but us especially, as as we're raising our vibration, we're not even aware of this. We're just being downloaded with information. Believe it or not, I mean, I could feel it for myself. So maybe you weren't aware of this. Start to be aware. See if you feel like different shifts within you, or you just notice something that maybe nobody else is noticing that's going on around you, or feeling, you know? Yeah, you have to find your own way with that. I mean, sometimes I actually feel like a little mini earthquake, even though that didn't occur. Like people around me don't feel it, but sometimes that's how it comes to me. Sometimes it's like a heat wave, you know, a flash of heat, or just like a tingling that goes on in my body. Yeah, lots of different ways. Or just as something, you just feel something that you can't even find words for. Pay attention to that, because that's part of you receiving from your guides, from the universe, this energy that is going to take you forward on your path, even if you're not sure what that is. But now let's go to that next card, because the next card is life purpose. So if you didn't catch it on that really fast flash through the picking of the cards, there it is, life purpose. And so I'm going to read this one for you. So it says, the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus on serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. I mean, if you're not really sure, oops, sorry, touching the mic. If you're not really sure what your purpose is, you can find it really by going into your heart, by paying attention to the things that light you up, the things that you love doing. Even if you can't see, how do I possibly make that into a career or a job, or it doesn't matter. Let that energy that brings you up into this higher vibration, it will lead you. See, when you're in that higher vibe, you can hear the guidance. It just comes in. Inspiration flows when you're in that energy. It's a very open and receptive energy, open to the guidance that wants to come in. We'll just simplify it that way. Okay, so this card comes as a reminder that you don't need to struggle to find your purpose. Don't worry about how you'll make money at a meaningful career. Don't concern yourself with quitting or starting new jobs or professions. Instead, just follow the path of your natural desires, talents, and passions with the full intent of bringing joy to yourself and others. Now, that's really important, to yourself and others, because most likely your purpose involves, especially if you're someone who stumbled upon my channel, or who follows me, or who somehow was drawn to this video, you are someone who is here to help other people, in whatever way that is for you, where you can bring light to them. You know, you can bring joy and happiness in some way, relief, you know, inspiration. You know, the thing is, you're following what lights you up, and you'll probably find that what lights you up is lighting other people up. Okay, let's simplify it that way. So the rest of it says, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. So yeah, so that's really what I had started talking about, is that, you know, you'll find your way with it. And now, being that we have been going through all of this purging, right? And we got that clearing and the clutter, it's environment, but clearing out your environment, because truly the outer reflects the inner. So if you're seeing things that feel off in your environment, or you're just tired of the clutter in your space, that's you needing to find this peace and this stillness, where I think a lot of us are at right now. I know for me, there are things that I'm doing that I want to do, but I've been kind of feeling like, no, I just got to chill for a bit. And for once in my life, maybe not once, but over maybe only the past couple of months, I've allowed myself to sit in the stillness and to not have to always be doing, to not have to always figure out the answers, but just to be in that receptive mode for it to come to me. So as I find that I am chilling more, I'm receiving more. And I happen to be someone who's always clearing the clutter out of my environment, but I went through a major overhaul of like my whole email system, and literally deleted like 800 names off of my list that weren't opening my emails. So you know what? I don't want to be sending spam to people, right? If they don't want to hear from me, then they're no longer in vibrational frequency of me, because I know my vibe is changing all the time, and so is everybody else's. So again, that's just an example of how I just felt this desire to have to clear that. I've been doing that with everything, with the whole way I run my business. I'm just really clearing things out, and it's bringing me into that still, calm space where I feel like I'm getting the inspiration easier. Like it's just coming, it's just flowing without having to try. And, you know, I've done a video recently with stop trying to figure it all out. Yeah, it's perfect. See how these things, they just keep rolling. Like if I look at my videos and what I've been posting, they're all linking in together. And a huge shift for me anyway was when I was putting out those videos about the soul versus ego, you know. That's a big shift we're all making here. Like we're quieting that monkey mind and allowing ourselves to hear and feel like from our heart. Okay, so next we have, what did we get? It was the hawk spirit, but in the reverse position, right? So this card talks about let spirit be your guide. Okay, so the hawk spirit in the reverse position is telling us, are you noticing red flags, perhaps saying to yourself, oh, what pretty flags, and giving them no more thought? Well, Hawk Spirit has arrived to tell you to stop and listen to the messages from Spirit. Take time to observe the patterns you're seeing and do not dismiss your intuition, even if the message you receive are not supported by the evidence of the physical world. If it feels illogical to listen right now, just listen anyway. Like if you're being told to just be still, like to not keep pushing things and just allow yourself to be. Well, maybe it's because you need to be in that space in order. So say there has been something big that you've been working on, a project of some sort. Maybe you need that little downtime to sit and be still and not have to figure out the last pieces to it, because Spirit wants to send them to you and you need to be in that receptive, open space to receive it. You know, so maybe it's not time right now to just push through and get to the end. Maybe the stillness really serves you. So if you've been getting that, and instead of saying to yourself, oh no, it's just me being lazy, you know, lazy isn't good. Well, maybe sometimes lazy is the perfect thing. Okay, so the rest of it says, well, let's see. Sometimes you might want certain signs and messages to mean what you want them to mean, interpreting through the lens of wishful thinking, a projection of your desire to see things a certain way. Of course, when you do that, you rarely find yourself where you want to be. But take heart. Spirit loves you so much and does not want you to be hurt, but to align with Spirit's plan for your highest good. So listen and follow the signs and check your motives when you're being selective with your hearing. So if you've been getting that same thing to just, well, hold on, Just sit back and chill for a bit. We'll figure this out. But right now, something, I don't know what, is making me not able to complete this. And the more I push against it, maybe the longer it'll take you to get in that still receptive place where the solutions, the finalizations, the answers, whatever it is you've been waiting for, where it just comes in. So that's pretty cool. I can see how all of that ties together. But there's this last card. It's like the clarifying card that I chose with the Angel Answers deck. And the card that we got was not the right time. So is that perfect? I don't know. Let's see what it says. It's going to be short and sweet. But it says, this is not the right time presently for what you are inquiring about. The answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. All right. So that pretty much sums up everything else these other cards were saying, or at least the way I interpreted them. But I did read the exact description from the cards. So I think they're saying the same thing, right? So yes, I'm definitely feeling, I know I've noticed it with myself. I know I've noticed it with a bunch of people that I work with or that I'm in connection with, where they're like, I don't know, I just can't seem to make myself finish this or do this, or I just feel like I've got to sit and do nothing today. Allow yourself to do nothing. I had a teacher in my energy mastery course who we were working on something because I realized I would never let myself rest because basically because when I was younger I couldn't rest because my mom was always, she's busy with 4 kids. If there were things to be done and I would just like walk past and not take care of something I could have easily done, but my teenage mind, I'm like dreaming about whatever, not paying attention to anything at all. She would be upset, right? So I wouldn't want to upset her. And it created for me, and I didn't even know this till, my adult years, that I didn't allow myself ever to rest. And it was born out of not wanting my mom to feel bad or to let her down in some way by not doing something I could have easily done that would have helped her, right? So anyway, that was this voice in the back of my head, a program, right, that was running that wouldn't allow me to rest. So in this energy mastery course, this was coming up and this is what we were working on. And my teacher said to me, and it was like a simple sentence, but made so much. She goes, as if being a child and even just staring out into the trees and doing nothing was a bad thing to do. Where in what she was teaching is, it is the perfect thing you can do, because when you're in that stillness, and this is why this is coming in right now, this memory, that in that space, that's where you can receive so much of what it is you're actually here to do in your life, where bits and pieces of your life purpose can just drop in, where the magic happens. The magic happens in the stillness. Yeah, okay. So I think that's perfect for April. So let's allow ourselves to be in that space, gently, easily clearing out the environment, doing things to make the environment just feel so much better, allowing yourself to just sit and be there and enjoy it without any plan, just be. Allow yourself to chill. Because you know what? There's some good stuff coming in, and I think there's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of energy on its way. But wouldn't it be nice to be sort of refreshed and re-energized through this energy of peace and stillness, so that when it's time to go full force into implementing the inspiration that came in during that time, well, we will be ready. So that's how I'm taking it, because I love being ready to just carry out and fulfill these desires I have, and to fulfill them from a place of inspiration, not this place of trying to make it work. It always works when you follow the inspiration. So that's it for April. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear below in the comments how it resonated with you, if you're feeling any of what I just said happening in your life right now. And of course, I would love you to subscribe, like, and share as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.